Okay, so welcome back to another video in scientific rankings. In this video, I want to talk about structuring your URL. So what I mean here is the URL of your pages, not your domain, your pages. So for example, you have yourwebsite.com/blog post name. So you want to optimize this for SEO, and you want to do it the right way, because doing it the wrong way can just really sandbox your site and stop it ranking whatsoever. So let me explain what I'm talking about here. Your URL establishes page relevance. So not only does the domain matter, not only does it matter on domain level, so you can have EMDs which increase the relevance, and like a brand domain which decreases it. Not only does it matter there, it also matters with the URL. So for example, if you have a website like brand.com/pink fluffy elephants, what do you think this page is about? Like, obviously it's about pink fluffy elephants because it's in the URL. So the basic understanding with optimizing these page URLs is that if you include keywords in your permalinks/URLs, then it's going to be relevant to that keyword, which just makes sense. It's common sense. If that the keyword is in the URL, then it must be relevant to whatever topic that keyword is about. Now, this alone can get you pretty damn far. You see a lot of people, especially e-commerce stores, e-commerce are the worst for this. When I have this URL, it'll be like brand.com/index.php, !product _ID equals 1117822 and cat equals 7. Like, it's just craziness. If that is your current setup, that's urgent that you get this fixed. If you have a client that has an e-commerce store and you have URLs like this, then the first thing you need to do is get all those URLs set up to be optimized properly and have like keywords in there and the product names in there and stuff like that, and then like 301 all the old ones to the new setup. That's gonna massively help initially, because that's just crazy, not only for SEO purposes but also for usability. Who's really gonna like tell a friend, hey, go to this URL? Like, it's just crazy. So make it more organized. It's also going to help with usability because people can see what exactly they're being linked to when they see the link. So the easiest way of doing this is with WordPress. WordPress makes this extremely simple. And what you have to do is go to settings and then permalinks, and then from there you can either select post name or you can select one of the other structures here. You can even select a custom structure, but post name is usually going to do the job for you. It's really simple. You just go to WordPress admin area, click settings, and then permalinks. Super simple to set up. Now, everything else, if you have any other type of platform, you're going to have to Google it, because I can't like create like a whole training on every single platform in the world, but Google it. There's a lot of training out there for practically every single platform on how to do these really basic things, so I'm sure you'll be able to find a solution if you look hard enough. So there is advanced parts of this that you want to make sure you do right, because if you do this wrong, you can really just damage your site so it just doesn't rank whatsoever. So the first thing is, I recommend, and this isn't anything really that advanced, but removing your stop words. So a stop word is something like a, in, and, get, the, but, or, as. Like, all these words don't really add anything to the title tag. Search engines tend to just ignore them, especially for something like this. So it just kind of wastes space and makes it longer than it really needs to be. So I recommend removing all the stop words from your URL structure. So what I mean by URL structure, I mean the permalinks of your pages, your posts, and everything on your website. For example, so if you had plumbers in London, just scratch that and have plumbers London. It makes more sense, it's easier to read, and is shorter. Now, I also recommend don't repeat words. It's extremely important if you have EMD. So if you have plumberjohn.com as an example, and you have the page London Plumber, you're repeating words at this point because you have plumber twice in the URL already, in plumberjohn.com in the domain, and in London Plumber in the URL permalink. So I recommend you do not repeat words under any circumstances. It's just a quick way of over-optimizing your website. So instead of that, I just have plumberjohn.com/London. It's already obvious he's a plumber, so you don't need to include it in the page permalink as well. You can just have /London, because it's already obvious when you see this link that he's a plumber that's in London. You at least hope he is if his name is Plumber John. So another example here is if you had /plumbing. So for example, you had a brand name like anybrandname.com/plumbing/London-plumbing. Again, you're duplicating, you're repeating words here, so you're over-optimizing your URL structure. Basically, again, you just fix it by doing /plumbing/London. So rather than having the word repeated, you just have it referenced once. Another important thing is to keep them short. It seems, and I don't know if there's any science behind this, but it just seems to be that shorter URL permalinks seem to rank higher. I don't know if there's really a trick to this, or it's just that people just seem to do this shorter if they're legit like good sites. So Maybe, I don't really know, but I recommend keeping it shorter anyway for usability purposes. So for example, rather than having /toys, /wacky things, /pink fluffy elephants, you just have something like /toys, /pink fluffy elephants. Like, don't stuff all these little categories in there and make it extremely long. Keep it as short as you possibly can. This is still pretty long, but it's necessary for the product to have that sort of categorization and just to have the product name in there, so it's totally fine. But keep it as short as you possibly can. If you can keep it short on this, then go for it. The fourth thing I recommend is setting canonical URLs. I hope I'm saying that correctly. I know what it is, I just don't know how to pronounce it properly. But basically, if you had the URL pink fluffy elephants and someone also typed in pink fluffy elephants with the first letter like in uppercase, then you want them to be known as the exact same page. You do not want them to be indexed separately or regarded separately as separate pages. You want them to be seen as the exact same page. And you can do this with canonical URLs, and you can also do this with 301 redirection. Likewise, you don't want pink fluffy elephant / reply to com equals 72 being indexed. You want that to be recognized as just pink fluffy elephant. You do not want this little extra thing to be indexed and regarded as a separate page, because then you got duplicate content. So the way you avoid this is by setting up 301 redirects and canonical URLs. Here's the cool thing, guys. If you use WordPress, you don't have to think about this whatsoever. It's just implemented already for you. You don't need to think about this. It's already set up on every single one of your posts and pages. You don't need to do anything. If you don't use WordPress, the name of this, guys, is canonical URLs. I hope I said it right, but just Google this and figure out how to set it up for your custom platform, for your custom site, whatever it is you're using. I'm sure you'll find some training on it, and you can learn a little bit more about what it means. But basically, it means that it identifies multiple variations of a page as the exact same page. So pink fluffy elephants with no capitals, pink fluffy elephants with capitals, or these extra little things like reply to com, which is a WordPress thing for replying to comments. It identifies them all as the exact same pink fluffy elephants page, so you don't have a low content, duplicate content sort of penalty coming in from that. But guys, the easiest way of thinking about the URLs, the permalinks, is just include the keywords, and that's really about it. The other stuff is a little bit more advanced. It's going to help you a little bit, but ultimately, as long as you include the keywords, as long as you don't repeat them, you're good to go. So I hope this video helps, and I'll see you in the next one.